We head to our second senior Rotax heat, groups C versus D. Here's your starting grid. On pole position will be Farin Mega from Germany. Alfie Briggs will be alongside him on the front row. Italy and Belgium on row 2 with Matteo Pianizzola and Kai Gilles. Zach Scowler and Kai Hunter will be on row 3, ahead of Luke Neeson and Sean Butcher, who complete row 4. Lachlan Robinson and Germany's Nico Hanke will round out row number 5, completing the top 10, with Mette Argun, Mats-Johan Overhoff, Zem van Thiel, James Johnson, Arno Domingo, Sam Bergstein, Bennett Arends, Jan Schmidt, Jan Schultz and Buzz Janssen completing the top 20, thereby completing the grid. So the drivers now go on to their official formation lap ahead of 10 minutes plus an additional lap of racing. And the rain continues to hit its way onto the circuit unabated. And the red lights are now ignited on the starting gantry. Oh, and we have got someone slowing and has stopped. That is number 829, Mette Argun from Austria, due to start on the inside of row number 6. As the Austrian tries to get the kart fired up as soon as possible. So into the tram lines we go. Lights are out for this second senior Rotax heat. Farin Mega leads the field into turn number 3. Alfie Briggs to the outside on the first time of asking. And it's 3 abreast as, Mega runs very, very wide. As they are 3-4 abreast. Everyone's squabbling for traction and also for real estate out onto the circuit. So they make their way through turn number 5. Into turn 6, it's 3 abreast coming out of the corner into the next right-hander at 7. It's 3 wide again. Someone's going very brazenly round the outside. And Sean Butcher trying to make his way up through the field. Bit of bumping and boring. Someone's been turned around, and that was behind the 328 of Zach Scowler, and it has put karts asunder. I think maybe it was that Sean Butcher that might have been caught, well, not caught out, but probably had nowhere to go on that particular occasion. So leading the way, it is going to be Farin Mega after the opening lap. Drivers going wide, coming out of turn number 13 and 14. Zach Scowler, Lachlan Robinson ran at the top 4 behind Alfie Briggs. Kai Hunter up to P5. James Johnson, who started down in 14th, this being his last race weekend after 14 years full-time in karting, has made his way through the melee, so to speak, up to P6. Sem van Thiel ahead of Kai Gilles, who ran at the top 8 with Nico Hanke and Buzz Janssen running at the top 10. Mats-Johan Overhoff starting in 12th, now currently P11. But Mette Argun not taking any further participation in the race, not even getting to the start. As drivers really finding different racing lines. As Sem van Thiel has just been passed by Kai Gilles on the right. On the left, it was James Johnson. Switch back from the pair of them on the number 370. Gilles has really got to put the hammer down, and he's gone side by side. Van Thiel up the inside of Johnson. Has a little bit of a touch with the 346. Gilles has to back out of it. And it also gives the opportunity to the 826 of Nico Hanke. Hanke bumping over the curbs. Johnson around the outside of him and through in the middle on Sem van Thiel. They go across the line astern. Johnson in the slipstream. Farin Mega has a very, very lengthy gap over Alfie Briggs to the tune of 3.3 seconds. Zach Scowler and Lachlan Robinson and Kai Hunter running out the top 5. Well, Hunter's trying to go up the inside of Robinson through turn number 7. And the 3.95 from Sunderland gets through. And rain is still coming down heavily. Someone's had a little bit of a shortcut going over the runoff area. That was the 8.26 of Nico Handke. That was coming out of turn 9 and going into turn 10. Possibly not too sure if there was something that caused that to happen, as the 8.26 looks to have hit some standing water and has also gone off on the grass off of turn number 12. So problems for Nico Handke. And that was coming out of turn number 12. 6.5 minutes plus an additional lap still to go. And that's Johan Overhoff battling away with the likes of Sam Bergstein for 12th position. But Nico Handke, as a result of the dramas both at turn 10 and also at turn 12, and a mechanical black flag has been shown to Sem van Thiel from the Netherlands, currently running in P7, so that's going to give that place to James Johnson. So there has been an overtake happening, and there is a trio of KR Sport cars. Zach Scowler's been caught by Lachlan Robinson and Sean Butcher. Alfie Briggs is now down into 3rd place, courtesy of an overtake from Kai Hunter, who's up into 2nd. As the Dan Holland racing driver goes very, very wide and uses the banking to rotate the kart through turn number 4. Changes afoot as Robinson looks up the inside of turn number 6, as Butcher uses the curving to get past the 303, but then who manages to power around the outside through turn number 8 into turn 9 and turn 10. So Alfie Briggs finds himself down in what will be 6th position. So positional changes up the order. Well, Nico Handke's recovered up to 15th position. Luke Neeson in 18th place. So Farin Mega comfortably ahead, but it's Sean Butcher that has the fastest lap at the moment with a 1 minute 5.857. That was done on lap number 3. So it's Mega from Hunter. Gap is 7.9 seconds and climbing. Someone's pulled into pit lane. That will be Sem van Thiel, and I've just spotted that Kai Hunter has just got a 5-second time penalty. So drivers really still trying to keep themselves calm, cool and collected, despite the weather being against them, in terms of not just the cold temperatures, but also the amount of surface water on the tarmac. Oh, that was very, very close there. I think that was Bennett Arons in the 8.23, who is now running in 10th position behind James Johnson, who's now been passed by Italy's Matteo Pianezzola. And another penalty has been issued. It's to be for Bennett Arons in the 8.23 behind James Johnson, and that's 5 seconds. But a little bit further back, Mats Johan Overhoff has got his hands full at the moment. As Kai Hillertz now has got himself past Alfie Briggs for P6. So the 374, who is battling with Butcher for the championship. And Johnson still battling away with Bennett Arons. So Johnson having to slot back in behind. Doesn't really want to cause any grief for himself by making a move that could cause an incident. So down to 18 drivers we go. So with wet weather driving, it demands a cool, calm, collected head, a clean driving style, and just mitigating, just working around the circumstances. So a clean drive pays dividends. So I think there might have been another change because Alfie Briggs has just been passed through turn number 6 by Matteo Pianezzola. And that is for 7th position, so the Italian who started on the inside of row number 2 on 3rd place, dropped down the order, has managed to make some headway as Alfie Briggs goes side by side with Bennett Arends going into turn number 12. Switch back from Briggs. Arends goes up the inside through into turn number 13. Briggs tries to cut back inside to get the ultimate switchback. There's a lot of real estate there through turns 13 and 14 to make it through. And at the moment, Kai Hunter has been closing the gap on Farin Mega. And over the past 2 laps, he's been the best part of nearly a second quicker. Some 4/10 quicker 2 laps ago. And the previous lap, he was over half a second quicker. But there is your race leader coming through turn 12, Germany's Farin Mega, the 376. Not been an easy season for him, but on home soil, he should flourish in these wet weather conditions because he's tackled them before. As he turns in to turn number 3, uses a wider approach on the exit and tries not to go too far into the apex. As now the timer has expired. 1 more lap to go. Running order at the moment, it's Mega from Hunter, Butcher from Robinson, Scowler, Hillertz, Pianezzola, Arends, who's got a 5-second time penalty coming his way, Briggs and Johnson. They complete the top 10. Then it's Luke Neeson, Nico Handke, Sam Bergstein, Jan Schmidt, Bas Janssen. A good showing in qualifying for Mats-Johan Overhoff, but he's now dropped from 12th to 16th position with Hungary's Arnold Dominko and Jarin Schultz from Israel. Rounding out the 18 that are still running. Mete Argun didn't even take the start, and Sen Van Til retiring on lap 5 with a mechanical black flag. So 1 more lap to go for Germany's Farin Mega. As he goes through turn number 3. Now through turn 4. Using the banking just to rotate the kart, rather than using the traditional line of going towards the inside. You can see just there some of the Brollies are definitely out in force here at Wackersdorf. And there is your race leader, just 4 more corners to go. Make that 3. So Farin Mega has comfortably led this race. His lead at one point is the best part of nearly 8 seconds. It's just a shade over 6 as he comes out of turn number 12. Over the crest for the final time. The checkered flag now being prepared as Farin Mega powers out of the final corner. And in realistic terms, it's 1 heat win for Lewis Gilbert. It now is 1 to Farin Mega from Germany. The 376. Kai Hunter, 5.79 seconds behind. Sean Butcher rounds out the top 3. Good drive from Lachlan Robinson in the wet from 9th to 4th position. With Kai Rilletz having started on the outside of row number 2, he finishes P5 behind Zach Scowler, who started in 5th and finished in 6th position. Matteo Pianezzola in 7th, and Bennett Arens with James Johnson and Alfie Briggs rounding out the top 10. A solid, strong start for the youngster from in the 382 from Great Britain, having started on the front row alongside Farin Mega. Let's have a look at the rest of the results for Senior Rotax Heats 2, Groups C and D. So in 11th position from the Netherlands, Luke Neeson with Nico Handke, Jan Schmidt, Sam Bergstein, Baz Janssen, Mats Johan Overhoff, Arnold Domingo and Jan and Schultz rounding out the 18 strong that completed all 11 laps of racing in what's been a very, very difficult race meeting so far this morning. Sam Van Til retiring with a mechanical black flag on lap 5, and Mette Argon from Austria not even taking the start.